following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
To the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
Yo, here I am back from Welcome to Rockville. Here, back in South Florida, we were at the Daytona International Speedway. What a badass place to have a festival. And we're going to talk more about that on the show as well. And the common theme of the festival was Mental Health Awareness Month in our interviews. Okay, so we talked about that a lot. You're going to get a chance to hear some of that. And we are doing more ticket giveaways. No more for Rockville because it's over. Sonic Temple's coming this week. And I just have to say that, normally that disclaimer in the beginning would be very true. In other words, normally I'm going to offend you. But it is Mental Health Awareness Month, so maybe I won't offend you this month. And I know there are a lot of people out there struggling, whether it's a month or a year or it doesn't matter. Every day should be mental health awareness because it happens every day. It doesn't just happen once a month. Speaking of mental health, but not necessarily in a great way, let's introduce our pipe nuts. Come on down.
See, you screw with us every single show. We don't get a break.
Well, it's your job. It's your job not to get a break.
It's my job. Okay? J-O-B.
It's your job just to not get a break. You're an intern at not getting a break. It's not a paid job.
I know.
It's an internship. It's an internship of how to not get a break. Mm-hmm. Because how else are you going to learn?
Oh my God, I don't know. Help us, Pipeman, help us.
Why are you trying to impersonate other people? That's not cool either, especially on Mental Health Awareness Month.
Well, I figure, being myself, I can do that.
Rebel. Why are you so quiet over there?
Oh, I'm just taking it in, man. Taking it in.
Not over there. You're down there, actually, which is kind of appropriate. Yeah, you're down there because it's kind of appropriate because, I don't know, you just have this burning desire to be down there.
First of all, I have no idea what this implications are. And by the way, Louisiana is up higher than Florida, so I'm up here.
Yeah, well, you're up there, but not on the show. The people that are watching you, they don't see you up there. Okay, they see you down there.
Oh, I see where they see me at, but
down there on the OnlyFans.
Yeah, let's leave it for OnlyFans.
And there's our trusty engineer there. I mean, we would know where he's located if he had the banner in the background of his camera.
He really wants that banner back there.
Just saying, just a little, Freudian slip in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm hiding right now, though.
Slipping in there, apparently. You guys.
Oh, no.
He's talking about positions and slipping in there.
So I have a very
burning
serious.
desire. I don't want
He
anything
also
burning
said
down
that you
there.
have a burning sensation down there. I don't know about that.
That's what I picked up on too. The burning sensation down there.
How come we don't have burning sensation month? Because a lot of people have burning sensations.
Do you have
Don't they
burning
have an
sensation? Is
STD
there something we
awareness
need
month
to know?
Today, no, because I'll tell you why. I'm glad you asked that question.
Nobody asked
Because-
me.
Because I did. You know what I did today before the show?
Oh.
I went to an office to do a gender reveal.
You're a boy. I can tell you
Went to
that.
an office to do a gender reveal.
No, and
Okay.
it turns out I'm gonna have. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have. Yeah, I like that one. That's the way to do it. I love that.
What?
Yeah,
What did he do?
he said that.
I
Going
missed it.
back
What
to that
did he do?
thing down there. Where do you get mine, Pipeman?
Well, so here's what happened: is they discovered that what I'm gonna have identifies as a kidney stone.
Oh,
It's not male or female.
you have a kidney stone?
Oh yeah, I've had multiple. This kidney stone.
Don't they hurt?
This kidney
Yes.
stone I've had for years. There was its
It's a
partner. Its partner. I can't say wife or husband because I don't know. So its partner tried to make an escape out of my body. Okay, and succeeded. But that was didn't succeed. That's the problem. This happened a few years back. It got stuck.
Mhm.
And okay, so the place I went to this morning is where I had to get it unstuck.
Ew.
Ouch! Oh God!
So but we left the other one inside because it's only 7 millimeters.
Okay.
Is that big, Rebel?
Yeah, in some cases.
You're
Is that
asking someone from
big?
the US to
Yeah.
determine the metric system.
Is that bigger or smaller than the dude from the KKK's penis?
That's your question. I didn't do that.
I'm not going there.
Yeah, that's
You
trouble.
you cause mental health with that. You really do.
Yeah.
And
You should have never told him that story because he brings it up every week.
Well-
he's been bringing it up for years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For years. Because
Wow.
listen, it's
Mhm.
just like they say about the Holocaust: never forget.
Wow.
And you will never let me forget that. I mean,
Well, you shouldn't forget that.
Mhm.
aside from his affiliation with that club, there is really nothing else wrong with that.
I want
Okay.
his phone number.
There was
I'm
nothing
calling-
wrong with
I'm
with
calling
what?
him live on the air. I want his phone number.
Okay, so if he is listening from the state, it's funny because the last state I knew he was in was up one of those northern states. If he happens to be listening and he knows who he is,
Mhm.
feel free to call in to the
Oh.
show. Please, by all means, please reconnect, okay? So we can stop this.
See, it doesn't stop it.
It
It
sounds
just
more like
proves-
she wants to give him another chance.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Chance.
saying. It just proves she still wants him
That
after
is
all
not the
this
case.
time
No.
and many white hoods. He still wants him.
He didn't wear white, he
Still
wore
on.
red. I told you that.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's a big shot
Yep.
Ooh.
because if Rebel's going to be with a racist, it's only going to be that racist.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe you went there.
What are you eating over there?
I'm actually drinking tea.
Is it Is it mate? You should
It
try some.
is vanilla chai.
We had a funny thing happen in the studio. Do you remember the show? what was it? It was the Spanish speaking show, Viva Maximo or something like that. I can't remember. I think Chad engineered it.
Las Vegas. Yeah, it
It's
wasn't
something
mine.
with Chewy, right?
No, that was a different
No,
one.
that was
That's a
different.
different one. Okay.
But this show, no, this show was completely in Spanish. It was these Argentinians in the Wellington area. They did a show. It was a pretty cool show. And then, but what the first time they're doing the show, they come into the studio, and I see they have this stuff on the studio table, and I'm like, you can't do that here. And they're like, and I heard them talking about it. So basically,
You thought they
I
were going to
thought
cut
they
somebody's head off?
no, I thought they said they were gonna have some mota, and
Oh.
Juan can tell you why that couldn't be in the studio. Do you know what mota is, Rachel?
Yeah. I want one of those shirts.
Do you know what mota is, Rebel?
Could it be a form of marijuana?
It
It
is
is marijuana.
It is marijuana, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
I don't think they're
what
wrong.
they laughed when I said that because what they really said was mate, which these Argentinians drink this tea
Yeah, they love
all
mate.
day.
Oh,
Like
wow.
like they always, and it's really bitter tea.
Mhm.
But
And the
they
funny
said,
thing is, it's also green.
right, it looks like it could be. It looks like it could be pot.
And it makes you
And
feel like high.
No.
I don't know. I think it's
Does
just
it have
tea.
anything to do with
Oh, it's just
digestion
tea.
and weight
It's
loss?
just a drink.
No,
No,
I
it's
think
just-
it's
yeah,
just
it's just
tea.
tea.
It's their
It's tea.
culture to drink.
Oh,
this
okay.
stuff,
To drink mata.
You know, it's an herb. Is what it is,
Mhm.
and they,
Yeah.
I
So
guess
what's
they
the-
drink it for health.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, maybe I should try it.
Yeah, it's
Have y'all
good.
ever heard of Happy? HAPPI? A friend of mine wants me to try that.
No.
It's something. She goes to Austin and she gets burn marks, and then they rub a frog on her. Anyway, and then she does this thing called Happy HAPPI.
Wait. You're skipping the good part. I want to hear
Okay.
more about the frog.
Oh yeah, they do these burns on you, and then they rub this frog from I don't know, Costa Rica or Argentina or somewhere, at like the jungles, and then it makes you like shit and vomit all over the place, and then you're cleansed, and then part of this is doing this happy stuff. Anyway, she's gonna come over and I might. I don't know. I'm a little frightened because I don't like.
I would be a little frightened if I were you.
Yeah, I'm right.
Just saying.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
The two
so
things that you
That'd be
say to
nice.
expel things from yourself in that way. I mean, is this if this procedure done while in the nude or
In the nude.
you said you vomit and
Oh, well, you
defecate
go
all
to
over
the bathroom.
yourself?
Obviously, you get up and you go into the bathroom. You just don't shit.
Oh,
and piss
okay.
off.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't just happen.
Like I think you haven't. I haven't done it personally. I'll let you know when I get there. But
well,
if we're doing it in
funny-
the nude, I'll turn on the camera and this will be,
it is funny that you bring that up because a lot of people are doing stuff like that for mental health nowadays.
It's huge. People
Yeah.
are self-medicating. We're all kind of frightened to take stuff that maybe, I've been having a lot of issues this month. It's not been, and I never have issues, but this month, since it's, I don't know if it's part of mental.
I find it hard to
Miami.
believe you never have issues. You always have issues. Just this time
I'm
they're not good issues.
happy every single day. In the last week, I'm happy, but at the same time, I'm having anxiety, and I don't ever have that. So it's weird. I had like a panic attack, and I didn't know what it was. And my friend happened to call, and I was like, she's like, "You're having a panic attack," and she's like,
Right.
"Breathe." I'm like, I can't breathe. It was horrible. My heart was beating.
Yeah, a lot of people experience that these days.
Yeah.
I think part of the reason a lot of people experience that these days is because we never have a chance to shut down. Like, before the times of the internet, cell phones, and all this other stuff, we had downtime. If you wanted to reach a business, you had to wait till they were open. If it was after hours, it was the next day. And you were okay with that. And people didn't need things like immediately because they knew. And if you couldn't call somebody, you couldn't call somebody. When you went somewhere, you couldn't call somebody unless you stopped at a payphone.
Technology
things
has
like
actually
that.
taken patience away from us. You know that, right? And given us instant gratification. And
You know what I've
it's
noticed though?
something we don't need.
What's nice is how music does affect all of that. If you play a song when you're feeling like, and then it can take you right out and into a different mood. There's no way around that.
Well, absolutely. But, like I said, nowadays, it's like I have clients that text me at like 2, 3 in the morning and say it's urgent. And literally they'll text me and then they'll message me to tell me they texted me. And then they'll email me to tell me they messaged me that they texted me because I didn't answer them in 30 seconds at 3 a.m. in the morning. And it's like, because they're panicking. They're panic. And it's like, we have all these things that we're supposed to make our life easier. Like Gen Xers like us, we all wanted this stuff so it would make our life easier. And it hasn't made our life easier.
No,
it's given us more work to do. It's given us more things to do. It's like, I do this show and I get off the show and I have 200 emails waiting for me the minute I get off the show that I didn't have before the show. It's like, this is the world that we live in. And yes, music is definitely my escape. It's escape for a lot of music artists. It's escape for everybody. Like, you go to something like Welcome to Rockville, you do have a chance to escape because guess what? There's no cell service once it gets packed in there. So you have no choice but to disconnect, and it's freaking amazing.
What did you do out there? Did you interview people and talk to people?
Yeah, and we had lots of adventures. So speaking of interviewing, yes, and just about every
thank you for that.
Yeah, Rachel, thanks for helping out on that. I appreciate
moving things along. Sorry,
I appreciate your part of making Rebel uncomfortable.
Rebel, now would you please list all the bands that were playing?
But Juan doesn't know it yet, but he's going to be put on the spot too. Okay.
Rebel, you got worry. Oh, there you go.
So here's what we're going to do. Rebel's going to read off a list of all the bands we interviewed. And I can tell you the common theme was mental health awareness, since it is Mental Health Awareness Month. And we talked about certain things from the artist perspective and from the listener perspective. And for all of our, since I was in Costa Rica for 3 months, we need all our Spanish speaking listeners and viewers to be able to understand Rebel. So we're going to have Juan translate whatever Rebel says. Can you live up to that challenge, Juan?
I guess we're going to find out today.
All right. So and you can't do it slowly. We only have like a 50-minute show, Rebel. So like rifle through it, but I will stop you when you do mispronounce somebody's name so I can correct it. Just
of course.
By all means.
Mr. Nice Guy.
All means.
Okay, what is she reading off of though? So I can see it too.
She had an email I sent her to download songs for each of these bands so we can play those songs in the rotation on the radio station and also put it in the interviews. So they're just band names.
Ready.
So here's the key. Wait, don't go yet. Here's the key. They're band names, Juan. So you have to figure out a way to turn these band names into Spanish band names.
Well, then she has to go a little slower because, right?
Yeah, okay.
We have to go back and forth.
Okay, yeah, let's go a little slower.
We ready? All right. Amigo the Devil.
You said what?
Amigo
the Devil.
Shouldn't be too hard.
It's already partially translated for you, Juan.
Yeah.
We gave you the easy one first.
What is devil?
Amigo the Devil?
The devil.
Yes.
What is devil in Spanish one?
Okay. Amigo el Diablo.
Diablo.
Yeah.
Amigo del Diablo.
He got that right.
Well,
Point north. Point north.
Punto Norte.
Punto Norte.
Yes. He's 2 for 2.
Fuming mouth.
Who?
Fuming
mouth.
Fuming mouth.
Yes.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
like when you have really hot sauce on your taco.
Caliente.
Boca ardiente.
Boca de what? Say it again.
Boca ardiente.
Al diente. What is al diente? It's hot? No, that's what is
Well, it
diente?
would be like, hot, fuming.
Fuming. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Imperial
this is gonna
Tide.
take forever.
Wait, we didn't hear that one.
What? Sorry. What?
Imperial Tide.
Imperial Tide.
Imperial tide. Tide as in
Mhm.
like a
Like the ocean tide?
like a wave.
Or-
Yeah.
Yeah. Who came up with
Ola
these names?
imperial.
Hola Imperial.
Or
That was a hard
it
one.
could be
Imperial.
Tide Pods, and maybe during their live show they hand them out to everybody to eat.
Please don't eat those things. That's
Yeah.
not
On
something
today's
we're
episode-
Yeah,
encouraging.
you'll be
Is it a
calling
Tide Pod or
911 if
cake?
you eat that. Don't eat that.
Is it a real Tide Pod or is it cake? We'll find out.
Exactly.
Saliva.
Speaking of which, the Pipe Man had something happen to him this weekend that has never ever happened to the Pipe Man.
Oh,
got a
geez,
girlfriend?
no.
There are two
got
things
laid.
actually. There are two things. The one is coming up soon. Okay. But the first one is so one of the bands I
Yeah.
interviewed, they asked me to come help them with the Fago at the Insane Clown Posse set. Do you know about Fago and Insane?
Okay.
Do you know about Fago and
I've
Insane
seen-
Clown
yeah,
Posse?
Yes, I've seen Insane Clown.
Posse?
Yeah, I've seen them play. That was
Okay.
fun. Mhm.
So for our audience here that may have never seen this,
Mhm.
what they do is they spray a lot everywhere on the crowd. Fago soda. It's
Mhm.
everywhere. And yes, the Pipe
awesome.
Man got sprayed with Fago.
Sticky situation there, isn't it?
Wait, do we have that dum sound effect
we
one?
need that on. Yeah, we need a video of that.
What was that
Hmm.
other sound effect I asked you to upload recently? I can't remember right now.
Let me see. I know I had it here.
Oh, I know what it is, I think.
Yeah, the phone one.
Jeopardy.
Play it for us and let's see if any of the pipe nuts know the what this sound effect is.
Okay. Phone.
You have to be more specific. You have to be more
Order.
specific. You have to be more specific.
A payphone.
Slamming a run cell phone down.
Yeah. You know what somebody posted for Mental Health Awareness Month?
What?
Okay. They posted that if back in the day, it was so much easier to
Okay.
question out because like back then, if somebody pissed you off on the phone and you wanted to hang up on them, it wasn't just a button. You slam that phone.
Yeah.
No, you were pissed.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
are frustrated nowadays because they can't do that, and they
Right.
don't want to break their $1,500 phone.
No.
So we need to bring back the phone slamming hangups.
Do you
Just
remember
saying.
that? Do you remember the flip phone, the Motorola flip phone, the yellow one,
Yeah,
the one that was like very rugged for like
Yes,
sport
yes.
people? You remember that one?
Yes.
yeah.
We need to
I
bring
had that.
something like that back.
There
Yeah.
it is.
So we can throw
Do
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
because if you look at my iPhone right now from Costa Rica, I didn't even slam it, and it looks like it did. Okay,
Okay.
Rebel, continue.
Continue.
Saliva.
Saliva.
Bad wolves.
Who?
Bad
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 wolf.
wolves.
Lobos malos.
lobos.
TX2.
Oh,
TX2.
nice.
Until I wake.
Hasta que me despierte.
Wow, that was a good one.
Moon fever.
Fiebre de luna.
Imminence.
Ooh, that could be hard.
Eminence.
Eminence.
Don't even know what it means.
IMMINCE.
Pat, can I buy
Imminent
a,
danger.
Pat, can I buy a vowel, please?
Imminent.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
I just did.
She just did.
Yeah, I just
Were you
did.
not paying attention, Juan?
No,
Come
nobody
on
pays
now.
attention to me. Nobody pays attention to me.
You even understand English?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Come on.
You're,
I
you're in
think it could be
imminent
translated
danger.
as
You're in imminent
eminente.
danger. You're in danger. Yeah. imminent.
Eminente. And
Eminent-
speaking of this, Speaking of this game we're playing here, so one of my favorite sets at Welcome to Rockville that I was so pumped about, because I didn't get to see a lot of sets because I did like 37 interviews and I was hanging out with certain people that I don't know. I missed the sets because I was hanging out with other people. That will come later in the show.
Who are those
But
people behind you?
that's one of the bands I interviewed. I can't see right now who's behind me though.
Yeah.
Well, here, put me full screen, Juan.
There they
Okay.
are. Mm-hmm.
So that is.
Your eyes, the window of your soul is open.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes, ready.
Coincident that you asked that question because that is saliva.
Ah!
So back
I'm
off.
salivating.
See that?
Yeah.
All right,
Actually, it's not saliva. I lied.
No, you messed up. Who is it?
No, I'm not telling you. Maybe people have to figure it out. Put that back
That's
up
how you
there.
can win a ticket. There it is.
There's two ways of you can win a ticket to this week's show to any of the festivals that we have tickets left for. You pick them. It could be Born and Raised. That might be a hint for one. It could be Born and Raised. He didn't know it was a hint though till now. So it could be Born and Raised.
Okay,
And this is a hint for the commercial?
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
All right, let's play it.
Dust the red dirt off your boots and get all your rowdy friends together. Born and Raised Music Festival is back for one hell of a weekend. September 13th through 15th, 2024 in Pryor, Oklahoma. Featuring Cody Johnson. If you got a chance, take it. Hank Williams Jr.
All my rowdy friends are coming over tonight.
Co Wetzel.
You have something to talk about.
Midland.
People say I got a drinking problem.
Dwight Yoakam.
Oh, so good.
Plus the Red Clay Strays, Shane Smith and the Saints, Paul Cawthon, Treaty Oak Revival, the Cadillac 3, and many more. Passes and camping on sale now at bornandraisedfestival.com, starting at $10 down. The best camping and the rowdiest party. The festival for the outlaw and all of us. Born and Raised.
Do you want to be an outlaw or do you want to be a metalhead? But you could go to any of these festivals. There's Sonic Temple coming up this weekend. We might have a ticket or two left there. And, because we may release it. And then we have Louder Than Life, Rocklahoma, Born and Raised, Bourbon and Beyond, and Aftershock that we're giving tickets away for. So let's talk about how you can win them. Reach out to me anywhere on socials at Pipeman Radio, do a direct message and give me the answer to these questions. Or if you're listening and watching right now, you can comment if you're listening on Facebook or Twitch or Twitter or YouTube or
we get it.
LinkedIn. Well, we have to make sure we include everybody. So you know what? Chata. So basically, you can comment right now during the show, and me, you could call in too, but we probably won't answer the phone. So comment instead. No, you can call in at 561-623-9429. If you can guess what band this is I'm interviewing, you could win tickets to a festival. And I have one more thing. If you can't figure out who this band is, then if you can figure out what letter Rachel missed out on saying in the promo for this week's show, you also can win. She missed a letter
Kidding.
in the promo that was extremely important. Okay.
Start to wonder if I'm doing it on purpose, right?
And so now it's your job to find out and let the pipe man know which letter is missing, and you will win tickets to one of the Danny Wimmer festivals of choice. All right, bring back the pipe nut, Spawn.
Let the nuts out, man. Let them free.
All right, let's continue, Rebel.
Currents.
What?
Currents.
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 Current.
Currents.
Current activity.
Corrientes.
Corrientes. I like that.
Juan is batting
Yeah.
1,000% here. He's going to the playoffs. Let's go, Rebel.
Tech
Role
9.
model. What?
What was that?
Tech 9.
Tech 9. What?
Tech
Yeah.
9.
Why
Okay.
didn't they choose Tech
So
10?
now that we've gotten
the
to
nine.
Tech 9, now we've gotten to Tech 9, which one of you knows how to spell that?
I do.
How about you, Rachel?
Yes.
Juan?
Is this
Yes.
Tech 9 the rapper?
Yes.
So then it would be TECH 9, the number 9.
I lied. I didn't know how to spell that.
Was it?
You're only
Sort of,
partially
but not really.
correct. You're only partially correct because you left something out, just like Rachel. Rebel, tell them what it is.
It's N, the number 9, NE.
Da, 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 tech
She's looking at it.
and yeah, exactly.
I knew how to spell it because I'm looking at it.
All right,
So it's
Next.
it's not Tech
Rebel.
9 then. It's Tech N9E.
you know,
Check it out.
that's the problem with people like you. You're taking things so literally, okay? I
We're
mean,
out of the next
we're
band.
in a
Everybody's gonna
world.
insult us.
We're in a world, okay, where nothing is spelled properly. Symbols are used. Emoticons. Get with the program, Juan. All right, come on.
They should get to the. They should be the ones getting with the program of the English language.
I know,
That's
right? Nitzer
Okay.
Ed.
Who?
Halt,
Next
halt. So this came up during the interview. A lot of these American people, especially rednecks, okay, they mispronounce this band name. Okay.
Like I just did,
And so
apparently.
the band has just gone with it. Like they don't care. Just say it. It doesn't matter if you say it right or wrong.
Nitzer.
So say it again, Rebel.
Nitzer Eb.
Nitzer.
It's
I'm in the jar.
Nitzereb.
Is it? God, I've been butchering it for fucking 20 years then.
Look at that. See?
That's hilarious.
It's
Jesus,
a
are
shame.
you sure?
All right. Next one.
Okay.
You didn't say it in Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Say it in
It's
Spanish.
the same thing, just with a Spanish accent. I mean, how do you spell it?
All right. So say it with a
Say it,
Spanish accent.
How do you spell it?
Nitzzer.
Nitzebb. Look at that sexy song.
Nitzereb.
Nitzereb. See, that's what it says.
Nitzereb. It sounds
Nitzereb.
Italian.
No,
It
we're
doesn't
singing
sound
Italian.
Spanish.
Nitzereb.
Why use
Nitzereb.
Why use an Italian accent? Speaking of the Spanish stuff, okay, I was saying about Mr. Bungle, one of my
Mr.
favorite bands.
Mr.
Mr.
Bunghole?
Bungle.
Mr. Bungle.
Oh,
Bungle. Why are you always thinking about buttholes? I don't get it.
I didn't say butthole. That's Bungle.
No, Rachel. Rachel
I know, it's
always
a
thinks
condition.
everything's a
I'm pretty
butthole.
sure it's a condition. I need
Yeah.
medication.
I think you
Eat
need
my sock.
to.
Eat it.
I think you have butt trauma.
Eat it. Dirty sock for you.
And she likes smelling her own socks. Do you smell your own underwear too?
Don't you? Don't we all?
It depends.
Never mind.
It
What
depends.
is the next band? Next band.
It depends on what she looked
Radio
like. If
silence.
she was hot, then yes. If she wasn't, then
I
I
always
have,
smell my underwear.
I have to give the
How do you know
panties
if you can
back.
wear them the next day?
No. If she's not hot, I gotta give her panties back and send her on her way. And send her on her way.
That's sniffing other people's underwear, not your own. Oh, God. So the next band is 9 Point.
Who?
Not what? Not point.
Non-point.
Non-point.
Who is
Oh,
from
non-
South Florida, by the way?
Non-point,
Yes.
9 Point.
as in NON.
As in, you don't have a point.
Yes.
That's
Sin
like the story of
punto.
my life. There's no point to whatever the fuck just came out of my mouth.
Mike
Go on,
Head.
non-point.
Sin punto.
Sin punto.
Flat black.
Who?
Flat black.
Flat black.
Flap.
Flat on your back.
FLAP.
Flat.
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 Like a
Black or
paint,
back?
like a paint at Home Depot.
Oh,
Flat,
oh.
black.
Oh.
Flat, like a
Black?
flat tire,
Flat,
and black
black.
like the color.
Negro de flato.
Okay, this one might be different because in Spanish, like there's different Spanish words for different Spanish countries. So the Mexican word for flat, as in a flat tire, would be ponchado.
Ponchado. Sorry.
So negro
That
ponchado.
sounds like
Negro
punching a
pinchado.
hole in somebody's butt.
Right,
Austin
which
Mead.
is why I
Oh,
said,
he's
like,
back to the
different
butt again.
Spanish
It's a
speaking
little
countries have different
obsessed
words
with
for
the
it.
old a-hole. Right?
Austin Mead.
The old a-hole. What? Austin what?
Mead.
Austin Mead?
Yes.
That's just a name, right? That's not
Yes.
like someone. That's actually someone's name.
Yes.
Okay, well then no translation.
With
Next.
it's just Austin Mead.
Say it in Spanish.
If you were,
That's
if a Spanish person was to just read it off the paper without knowing how to pronounce it, they would say Austin Mead.
Miad.
Okay.
Because that's
Spanish
the
people.
Spanish
They've got to
pronunciation of the
make the
letters.
beautiful, right? Make it beautiful. All right.
Bokavi.
Next.
What was it again?
I said,
Bokavi.
what?
Bokavi.
Vocavi.
Bokavi.
Voc.
You are so butchering that.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what.
All right. All right.
I mean, if you can't say the name right, how is he supposed to translate it properly?
Jesus.
And you're the one that has me saying it. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Say it again.
What is it?
I want to hear you say it again.
No, try saying it different. It's obvious. No, you're saying it wrong. Try saying it another way.
I'm not going to say it any different. It's what it looks like. Vokovi.
So you see, tell me, you see it's spelled as V-O-K, right?
V-U-K-O.
Yeah. So when it's V-U, vo?
Vocavi.
It's V-U what?
V-U-K-O-V-I. So how do you get vo from V-U? Rebel.
Vocovi.
Like seriously, what do they teach you in Louisiana?
You can sound like
Here's a gator over there on the left. Don't go down that street.
V-U-K-O-V-I?
Yes.
Vukovi.
That's what I.
Perfect. See, the dude that only knows Spanish is the one that could get it, and you, a red-blooded American from the red-blooded racist. Never mind. And
aren't you from America, Juan?
Me?
Aren't you from America? Are you born here?
No, my ass is made in China.
no.
Okay.
I'm scared.
who knew he had such a great sense of humor?
No one did. It was hidden.
So low spirit.
Okay, so Rebel, now that you heard how to say it again.
Vokovi.
Vukovi.
Vukovi.
It almost sounds Russian.
Exactly.
It's Russian.
Even with the Spanish accent, it sounds Russian. Vukovi.
Yeah, no matter how you say it, it sounds Russian.
Yeah.
Even if you're. By the way, I was going to say even if you're a gerbil, but by the way, here's another interesting part of Welcome to Rockville. Yeah, have you ever stuck a gerbil up your ass since you brought it up, Rachel? She brought it up.
I got 5 of them in the kitchen.
Vukovi.
Oh wait, I like that. Say it again.
Vukovi.
That would be how Derbil would say it.
Okay, so that reminded me of Welcome to Rockville, the gerbil, because I was over by like the peon bathroom area. And I heard a bunch of these girls talking. They're like, it smells like a hamster cage over here.
I'm hungry. I'm starting to feel hungry.
Oh God!
Oh, let's talk about dirty hamsters. I'm hungry.
Okay, next one.
As someone who used to have a hamster, I can literally smell it.
Yeah,
See?
exactly. Right? It's all coming to me.
Oh Lord, help me.
Yeah,
God.
that
As
really
soon
painted
as they
for
said
me.
it,
Only
though,
music can help
it's
spell
funny because as
things.
soon as they said it, I was like, "Oh my God, they're right. It does."
Oh,
It even smells like that stuff you put on the bottom of the cage.
The little like mulch. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the cedar chips.
Yeah.
God help us all.
Okay, Rebel, what's next?
Low spirit, citizen soldier, crowbots.
Wait, what are you
Wait,
doing?
wait, wait,
You
wait,
have
wait,
to
wait,
say
wait,
them
wait,
in
wait, wait,
Spanish.
Quickly, or we're never
We're doing this a
gonna get
certain
through
way.
Oh,
What?
yeah, that's true. Okay, go through the rest of them, Rebel. Go ahead.
Let's
Start
see.
over with low spirit.
Low spirit, citizen soldier, crowbot.
I like just
Calva Louise.
translating.
Calva Louise.
Yeah,
probably
good.
did wrong
You
with that.
corrected
Oh.
yourself before I
I gotta
lambasted you.
get my
Good.
notes.
Next.
Taping Houston.
Starved.
Taipei, Houston. Here's a trivia question for the pipe nuts. Who are two of the members of Taipei, Houston?
Right.
I don't know.
Do you know Juan? Do you know Rachel?
No.
Rachel wasn't even paying attention, so she definitely doesn't know.
Taipei and Houston.
What?
I said Taipei and Houston.
Well, yeah, that's
Taipei.
kind of how they got the band name, but no, that's not the people.
Taipei. I don't know.
They
Sorry.
they are the sons of
Anarchy.
another band member in another band. So there's another chance for people to win tickets to a festival. If you can DM me or comment here or whatever of what band that is and who the father is, you could win tickets to one of the other festivals. So next, go on.
Next.
Tim Montana.
Mhm.
Head PE.
That's just a name. We'll just skip the names.
Come on, go. Next name.
Fire from the Gods. Red Fang. Nova Twins. Drooling Pool. Dead Poet Society. Oh crap. Enter Shakira.
I like
Enter Shikari.
Shikari.
Good job, Rebel.
Did she say
Eva
Chicago?
Under Fire. No.
Eva Under Fire. Yeah, go on.
Kill the Robot. Return to Dust. Plush and Straight Jacket.
No, either one of those.
Where is? Don't you have one there for Hotbox?
No.
What'd you call me?
Should. You should.
It's not on the list. I just read the whole list.
I'm gonna have to see what's up with that after the show. Why did the person that sent that to you not put that on the list?
I don't know. What do you have special having to do with a hot box? Pipe man.
What'd you call me?
Well, I love a hot box. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk about that next. Maybe we'll talk about that next week. But see, you know why music is so badass? Because a lot of these artists that played at Welcome to Rockville might not be here today if it weren't for music. Because a lot of musicians, people look at musicians and they think, oh, they're living the dream life. But so many of them struggle with mental health. And, that's where the music is so cathartic for them. Forget us, the listener, for a second. For them, they have an outlet to get all of that pain out, or anything they're going through. It's their outlet to get it out. So it saves their lives. Writing this great music for us saves their lives. And then it saves our lives, because how many people have listened to music and had it help them through the rough times?
Almost everybody.
So, and you got to worry about, like, I knew somebody that did not like music at all. I think you have to worry about people that do not like music. What do you guys think about that?
I think they are psychopaths.
Don't trust them.
Yeah,
Bad
see?
people.
Yeah, they're certifiable. Like, how do you not
'Cause
like
my
any
problem
music?
is if you don't like music and you're driving down the road all by yourself, what are you doing? Just sitting
You're
there in
listening to the
silence?
thoughts in your head.
If you're listening to
No.
audiobooks, by the way, audiobooks are really good.
No, but there
Those
are
two can
people.
be
There are
comforting.
people who just drive in silence
But if
for
you
like an
don't
hour.
like music, don't you think that maybe there's something that could be broken inside to not let how could there's so many different types of music. There has to be something you would like. That means I think it means you're emotionless, which is the definition of somebody that has sociopathic tendencies.
Yep.
Not necessarily.
Sorry.
Maybe
No?
it's an audible. Maybe it's an audible issue in their ear,
That's
and it actually hurts.
that's a good
That's what I
point.
was
That's a good point.
thinking.
This person I knew that wasn't the case. She just didn't
Yeah.
like it. Music annoyed her.
You know
Uh-huh.
what's funny? The person that I had a person in mind too, and she was also a woman. Doesn't like
Oh.
music. She just drives in silence.
Does she have a job
Well,
that's very
I
noisy?
like, but
No.
I
People
like
talk all the
driving
time?
in silence sometimes because then I can hear what everybody else is saying. I mean, I'm alone in the car when it's happening,
All
but,
the other voices.
but you know,
Everyone else.
like,
You're supposed to
the-
drown them out.
well, that's the thing. When I blast the music in the car, it drowns out their voice, and sometimes I want to hear what they say. Sometimes they're smarter than I am.
That's everybody. I'm just kidding.
It's always good to listen to the boardroom in your head because they have the best advice to give.
Well,
Not mine.
seriously,
Not mine either, right? Mine's like, take the pill, drink the drink. Fuck it.
seriously, they
Mine
say,
jump
Hey, your
off.
cousin.
Mine says
Fuck it.
push them off.
yeah, seriously, they say talking to yourself means that you have, mental instability, and
Okay.
and I'm here to say
Nothing
that
wrong with
I
that.
think you have mental instability if you don't speak to yourself, because I think some of that.
Here's where I disagree. I don't think talking to yourself leads to mental instability. I think when you talk to yourself and then reply back to yourself and you have a whole conversation to yourself with yourself, that's when you have a problem.
I think
But if
it's
you're just talking
only
to
if you
yourself
talk
in
back
general-
to yourself if you
Yeah.
jump, like you're jumping to pretend to be each person, then it might be an issue. Okay.
Are you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry.
I
Me
do that
too.
all the time.
Like we're the same guy.
Well, see, she just proved it, because when it comes to mental instability,
I got
they
this
have
song.
they have one of her photoshopped pictures in the dictionary. It used to be
Okay.
rebels.
Rachel doesn't talk to
Inside.
herself. She talks to her socks.
It used to be it used to be rebel, but ever since Rachel came on the show, rebel seems a lot less unstable.
Gee, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, really. And for those of you, if you do talk to yourself, that means you have a good relationship with yourself. If you can't talk to yourself, no,
Well, that's why I talk to
seriously-
myself all the time, because everybody else
I
is
love
an
it for
idiot.
myself. I made myself laugh. I was laughing.
There's
Listen,
nothing
Where do you
wrong
find
with
the
talking to
line?
yourself.
Where do you find the line between insanity and just choosing yourself over everyone else because everyone else is worse?
Well, you know what the line is? It's the insanity is if you keep telling yourself the same thing over and over again and
Yeah.
expecting a different answer.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the definition of
we
insanity.
all learned that when we were 3. You're so smart.
All right. Well, here's something that's funnier. Like, okay, the real line is the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
That's
I
Albert
live
Einstein.
by that line so much that
You're giving me eyes.
that thing one literally thought I was the author of that line. I don't know if that means I said it a lot or she's an idiot. One of the two,
She's
or
an
maybe
idiot.
both.
Could
What
be
are you
a
talking
mix
about?
of
One of your
both.
girlfriends?
So speaking of which,
Ex-wife.
thing
Number one.
one is the mom and the kid's mom. She even
Oh.
knows she's thing one. She knows
her
that
condom.
that's who she's referred to on the radio.
She
So
might
Yes.
know that now.
so let me
No,
ask you a
she's been
question.
knowing it for years.
Do you know who actually is the author of that line?
Albert Einstein.
That's right. Ding, ding, ding. He wins a prize. Woo!
I want my
God,
teddy bear.
man.
He gets to get off the show
Say
in
it in
about
Spanish.
30. He gets to get off the show in 30 seconds. That's his prize. One last thing we have to do before we go, Juan. I had a bucket list happen.
I
Okay.
collected on my prize.
Yeah, there you go. I love it. I had a bucket list happen this weekend, and I am now. Nah, never mind. No,
Come on.
show this picture, and let's see which
Tease.
one of you knows what happened.
Aw.
You got to
Do
take a
any
picture
of
with her.
You found a girlfriend.
that's Amy Lee, man.
Oh, you
That's
got married.
That's Amy Lee. No, that's Amy Lee.
Okay.
That was like, I seriously fanboyed out there, man.
Aw.
Did you really? Did you fanboy?
Well, kind of. So what happened is I was doing an interview. Is the next show a replay or live one?
Pre-record.
Okay, good. So you
It's
don't.
already on automation. Yeah.
Okay, good. So I do have to tell two more Welcome to Rockville stories that are important. I was going to save them to next week, but now I'm going to tell them. This is one of them. So I was doing my last interview of the whole weekend, and I get off the platform where, we're doing interviews like you see right there in the picture back there. And this big dude, like he was super big. He's like, hey. And he wanted to help me because my wires were dragged on the ground. He came over and he lifted up the wires and helped me out so I wouldn't trip. So fast forward, I walk back to my table, and person running media says to me, I stole half your table because Amy Lee's coming over to sign these posters. And I'm like, I didn't even
Take
know
the
she was.
whole table. No,
I didn't
go ahead.
even know she was in the area. Okay. And so then I go, okay, cool. Do you need me to move? She's like, no, just don't ask her for an interview. I'm like, well, can I say hello? And she's like, yeah, you can say hello. Okay. So then what happens is this other media person ends up taking a selfie with her, but it was arranged ahead of time. She was supposed to be the only one. So what did I do? I look up, and guess who's her bodyguard?
That dude.
That dude, the dude that helped me out. And so I go to him. I'm like, hey, since you saved me from tripping and falling on my ass, can I get a selfie with her? And then he's like, you got your phone? The one time in history, I did not have my phone on me.
What?
It was over at the table.
Oh my
And I'm
God.
like, no, I ran to the table to get my phone. And
Hurdling
then it
over
was
3 chairs and no, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
she had to leave because I think she was going to do karaoke before doing her performance. And so they were like, like I was, and her, okay, this is what I have to say. The nicest freaking woman ever. She
doesn't know you yet.
They were gonna exactly, but they were gonna take her away, and she was like, "No, I can take a picture." And she actually was the one that did, and she came over to me, and we took the picture. And
She wanted the Groupon.
and well, I wish she did, and if she's listening, she can have it for free. Okay, I won't even charge. Okay. So I have one more awkward moment the Pipe Man had at Welcome to Rockville that we're going to talk about. Okay. So I went, and we started it before. I was at ICP getting sprayed with Fago, helping out.
Very cool.
Then Kerry King was going to be playing. And so I went to that set. So I went over to the next stage, and I was with another media person, and so we go over there, and I'm fighting through the crowd, but I'm not really fighting because I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't feel like a Slayer crowd. Like I'm walking through the thick of it because I want to get to the mosh pit. So and the performance isn't on yet. But I'm walking through, and people are just moving out of the way. Like like I'm royalty. And that
Or
doesn't
like
happen. Like
got an
usually,
itch down there, a burning itch. Maybe.
I know, right? I had something going on. It might have had to do with, the never mind. Okay, so
What it had to do with you walking through the crowd
and I get to where the mosh pit's gonna be, and it was freaking crowded. It was so hard to get there. And the performance starts. It's like these red and white lights, which are similar lights to Kerry King, and then walks out on stage David Draymond. Do you know who David Draymond is? He's not in Kerry King, okay? He's the singer of Disturbed. I was at the Disturbed set instead of Kerry King set. So I was
my God.
I grabbed her. I'm like, we got to get out of here. And this was the longest crowd ever. It took like 15 minutes to get out of the crowd, okay? and get over to the other set. And then I did end up getting to Kerry King, okay? But here's what else happened. I found out later, guess who came on stage with Disturbed after I left? Ann Wilson from Heart.
Oh, wow.
So maybe I was meant to be there, okay?
Right.
And that's why God brought me there. And I was an idiot and used my free will and went over to Kerry King and missed it. And I'll never capture that moment ever again in history. Yeah. That's why God sent Amy Lee to me, because I missed Ann Wilson. And that's the Adventures of Pipeman this week. So thank you, my pipe nuts. And
we love you.
Everybody stay healthy, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I know that's a tall feat for you, Rebel, but do it anyway. And we'll see you all next week and every week here on W4CY Radio and Talk 4 TV, The Adventures of Pipeman, every Wednesday live, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And don't forget, look out for 37 interviews coming in the next couple days from Welcome to Rockville. Check them all out. And especially if you have things you want to know about these bands and how they deal with mental health, listen to the interviews. There's even one band you're going to want to listen to who came from Israel. And when the whole thing started over in Israel, they came to America, and now they got to perform at Welcome to Rockville. Thanks for listening. Tune in, tune out. We're out. Roll it one.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.